toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts, home of the Boston College Eagles. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Boston College Eagles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Pulls it in. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
The give out of the gun. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30. And the Golden Eagles are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. From the gun, running back on the move. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
One of the coolest things I love about football is the strategy. Like, first drive, what are they going to line up in? What are they going to try to take advantage of? How are they going to attack us? And so far, this offense has had some success. This defense now getting in their territory. They need to figure out some answers to some of these questions.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So the Boston College Eagles offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And, David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs them.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him. But, Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little...
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Eagles!
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Irish offense comes out. First chance we've had to see them today. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line. A group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
Man, I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies. the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trench.
There he goes. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. Big play for the Irish there, reminiscent of a Tim Brown or Rocket Ismail.
Yeah, and I'm glad you used a reference in the last 30 years, Reese. You know, just trying to find playmakers at Notre Dame, and Michael Mayer, obviously, in the recent years, was a guy that you could really...
And oh, no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Irish. Fitted in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Bolden. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. The Golden Eagles in the hurry-up.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Golden Eagles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bolden. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. BC back to work after picking up the first down. Gets the back moving. To the air on 1st down. Finds his tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here in the game.
Gets open down the middle. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
He'll do it himself. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And this is not the start this guy envisioned in this game. He's already thrown a pick 6 here in the first quarter, and now he takes a sack. You got to wonder if that pick 6 rattled him a little bit. And if he's out here now seeing ghosts, he's got to get to the sidelines. He's got to shake the cobwebs off. You got to be able to turn the page and have a short memory because this thing is going in the wrong direction for their signal call.
To the air on 2nd down. Catch in the middle. It's Wilkins. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Unleashes one. He makes a catch. And it's complete at the 6. Defense right there, but now they're backed up with a goal-to-go situation. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Slams ahead. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? As they come to the line on 3rd down, already 2 for 2 on this drive, going for the hat trick. Sneaks it into the end zone.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of interest in this CUSA showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. Liberty has been blitzed from the opening kick, and as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little.
Here's the handoff. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front. As a result, they lose yardage.
Looking for a crease. It's Payne. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down. Notre Dame lines up quickly. From the gun, the running back has it. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping him up, getting him on the ground. Take away that run game. Make him one-dimensional, put him in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Just a short pass to the tight end. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. They'll keep it on the ground. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. First and goal for the offense. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Touchdown, Notre Dame! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Running into the open space. Now they've got breathing room, got 6 all the way out to the 20.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
The Golden Eagles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down, doesn't convert this time. Boston College will send out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Catches it at the 30. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking for a man. It's Carr. Complete in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice play there. And I know when you think Notre Dame football, you're thinking about running the football and all those NFL offensive linemen they have, but when you've got playmakers like him on the perimeter, you've got to be able to take advantage of him. This guy has the chance to play on Sundays. He's too good. If you've got a window to throw and that guy's out running a route, give him an opportunity.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Caught behind the line. It's Payne. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. They use those back-to-back explosives to set him up 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Irish! 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. See what you hit what you see, bring your feet. Yeah, none of that happened.
Yeah, those are all great things to keep in mind, but you're also trying to tackle another grown man against his will and get him on the ground. And by the way, he wasn't having it.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking for a man, it's Carr. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. He'll be out of bounds, they'll mark it at the 24. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. Trying to bull his way in. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. A 1st down run in the red zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the middle. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Back to pass, it's Carr. Finds his back in the middle. Showing off those sweet feet as he gets it to the 45. Notre Dame right back to the line. Now the play fake. Blasted as he lets it go. A strike downfield.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So he got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass and catch.
Looking to throw on first down. Boy, did that one have revolutions on it, but it's incomplete.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the grab. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. Just drives it between the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust his strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
And here's the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Got him downfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle was finally made.
This offense not wasting any time. First play of the third quarter, and they're aggressive, taking a shot. You know they had some conversations in the locker room at halftime. How can we get a big one right out of the gate? The defense isn't going to be expecting it. They took the shot, they hit it, and this offense is...
And off from the shotgun. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Notre Dame comes to the line needing a chunk play on third down. Back to throw, it's Carr. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Firing toward the end zone. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Irish facing quite a challenge here on third and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal. Notre Dame once backed up near its own goal line, now on the move. Making side adjustments here. They want to throw it. Big fella moving. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Quarterback Steve trying to power his way ahead for a few. They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll try to sneak it. Sneaks it in. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Kansas State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there and the Little Apple behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 11 to Washington State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
He'll throw on 3rd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Harris. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Boston College will send out the punt team.
On to punt it away.
And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. On this play.
And these punt returners only get so many opportunities to try to make plays, and do they want to make them? So much space back there when you punt them the football. But the thing is, look at all these guys flying down the field, all the speed on the field for that punt coverage team, and you could tell they caught up with them and forced the fumble.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing right. He's got an open man. Turning on the Jets. The 10. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
14.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Flips it out on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And the Golden Eagles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Grabbed over the middle. It's McIntosh. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
Boston College coming to the line after moving the chains. He'll keep it himself. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. The Golden Eagles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The running back takes his track off right tackle here. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. They've got some work to do on this third and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the third. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So the final period starts with a second down play. They'll leave it with him. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on third and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on third down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on third.
And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. They'll run it on first and goal. Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
This guy's been running hard all game long. In the fourth quarter now with that last run, he's now at 99 yards rushing. One more carry away from potentially reaching that 100-yard milestone that all running backs covet.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now third and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Takes the handoff. It's Payne. Touchdown, Irish! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. A 70-yard touchdown drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little...
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the 4th quarter, and they're still getting sacks.
Motion from the wideout. Wants to go up top. Pulls it in with one hand. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Boston College will send out the punt team. That leg is staying loose already. The 5th kick of the night. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Here come the Irish back on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room, because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Tough, physical, hard-nosed running gets it to the 34. The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like, they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Even with this lead, they're going to toss it again. Grab near the sticks. It's Flanagan. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead, because they've got bigger goals down the road, David.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know, at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.